Humanity in motion.
There's only one game separating West Torrance and Mira Costa in the Bay League standings. The Warriors are still in great position to get back into contention for the title. SportsDesk reporter Brandon Ortega gives us the Warriors-Mustangs showdown.
The Warriors called on Trevor Neer to get them past Mira Costa as they look to avoid an 0-2 start in league play. The Mustangs got the best of Neer early, as in the first inning Neer gives up an RBI single as West captain gives up 2 first-inning runs. The Warriors got some momentum back as junior Shun Tamaya singled to lead off the bottom of the first. Tamaya reaches second as a wild pitch gets away from Mira Costa. Warriors now in scoring position with no outs. Unfortunately, West could not capitalize as Mira Costa gets 3 straight outs, capped off by a Teddy Kerwin strikeout. Neer finds his form in the second inning as he gets a much-needed strikeout to gain some confidence back from his shaky start to the game. Warriors hold the Mustangs scoreless in the second, but would get rocked in the third as Mira Costa gets 4 runs in the inning. Freshman shortstop Joey Notch struggled in the inning. As you can see, he gets one of his 2 errors in the inning, and that would prove costly. Head coach Juan Cueva is forced to pull his captain off the mound and turn to junior Andrew Hardgrove to get his team out of a jam. Hardgrove would come through, forcing a ground ball, and Notch makes up for his prior errors, converting a clutch double play to end the Mustangs' onslaught. Fast forward, moving on to the 7th inning, West now down 8-1. The Warriors are sparked by Juan Correa as he chugs his way down the line and beats the throw. That allows 2 runs to score. Warriors now trailing 8-3 with only 1 out remaining. But sadly, the game would end as the Warriors ground out on the very next play. West falls to Mira Costa 8-3, final score, and are now tied for last in the Bay League at 0-2. The Warriors take on Palos Verdes next week, so tough times now get tougher for West Torrance as they head further down their Bay League schedule. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Brandon Ortega.
Trevor Neer and Andrew Hargrove each threw a strikeout, while Daniel Timmerman threw 4 strikeouts. The 3 pitchers gave us a combined 14 hits and 5 earned runs. Costly errors allowed a few more runs. Their offense managed to score just 3 runs on the last 2 games. They have to get better production from the bats if they want to win. The Bishop Montgomery Knights baseball team's overall record is 5-13, but there's still hope on the horizon for this talented team. 6 more games in league means 6 more chances to win. Juan Hernandez goes on the road and gives us a closer look at the game against St. Paul.
Bishop Montgomery faced a huge test as they took on their rivals from St. Paul. The Knights were looking to earn their 2nd league win of the year and hand the Swordsmen their 3rd home loss of the season. The game got off to a good start in the top of the 1st inning for the Knights, as after Josh Moore was hit by a pitch, Matt Cuevas hits the single to left field to put runners on the corners with just 1 out in the inning. Bishop Montgomery would cash in both base runners as A.J. Kissinger shoots this ball into the right center field gap and motors his way around the bases for this RBI triple, giving the underdog Knights an early 2-0 lead on the Swordsmen's home field. Knights starting pitcher Scott Brower got off to a great start in the 1st inning, striking out 2 of the first 3 batters he faced, including this K against St. Paul's Andrew Chico. However, the bottom of the 2nd would prove to be a struggle for Brower, as here he hits Anthony Ibarra in the back, and then follows that up by hanging this fastball up in the zone that St. Paul's Gabriel Encinas deposits over the left field fence for a 2-run homer, tying the game at 2 apiece. Brower worked himself out of another jam in the 3rd inning. After allowing 2 men on base, he struck out the final 2 batters of the inning, keeping the score tied at 2. Knights head coach Andy Marafino says he sees a lot of improvement from his starter.
He's really come around in the last 3-4 starts. He's starting to command his pitches better and starting to have more confidence, especially in his curveball, throwing it in fastball counts, you know, and just the way he's competed the last 3-4 starts has been very encouraging. And today was a good example of you know, a lot of the things that he's worked on throughout the year, especially just, you know, not necessarily mechanical things, but just being in the right frame of mind and competing out there was really good to see today.
Bishop Montgomery would retake the lead at the top of the 4th inning after John McLaughlin slaps this single into left field, knocking in 2 runs and putting the Knights back on top with a 4-2 lead. And later in the inning, with the bases loaded, A.J. Kissinger would strike again with a single into left field, scoring 2 more and giving the Knights a commanding 6-3 lead. But things would start to go south for Bishop in the bottom of the 4th inning, as after giving up a single and a double to put 2 men on, Brower gives up his second home run of the day to St. Paul's Gabriel Encinas. This time it's a 3-run shot to left field, and the Bishop lead is cut to 1, 6-5. The Knights defense fails them in the bottom of the 5th inning as Christian Sarabia's throw to second base caroms into the outfield, allowing the tying run to score from third. It is now a 6-6 ball game. Bishop's defensive woes will continue in the 5th inning as Brower's throw gets away from Cameron Tyler at first base, allowing the runner to advance to second. And when it rains, it pours, as St. Paul lays down the sacrifice bunt, but A.J. Kissinger is unable to pick it up, and everyone is safe. These costly errors led to this go-ahead RBI single by Tim Gonzalez, giving St. Paul a 7-6 lead that they would never relinquish. Coach Marafino says that errors like these have cost the team all year long.
We didn't take care of the ball, and you know, that's been a little bit of a theme for us, especially the last couple weeks. Is, you know, we've given away some games that were winnable because we've thrown the ball around, and you know, it's trying to be aggressive. You know, we're, you know, especially defensively, we don't have flamethrowers. You know, we can't go out, send somebody out there who's going to strike out the side. You know, get out of a bases loaded jam by striking guys out. We have to be a little bit more aggressive with our, you know, with our picks and things like that, and you know, it cost us today.
With this loss, the Knights' record fell to 5-13 overall and 1-5 in league play. However, Coach Marafino says that even though his team lost, the very fact that they had one of the league's powerhouses on the ropes shows that they can compete with anyone, and that in and of itself is cause for optimism. Reporting for the Sports Desk, I'm Kevin Figures.
Thanks to Kevin Figures, not Juan Hernandez, for the breakdown of the game. Scott Brower started on the mound in this game, pitching 4 2/3 innings, and A.J. Kissinger went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. In a second game, the Knights battled back, but still lost to a good St. Paul team who are 14-7. Let's go and take a look at the remaining scores for Prep Baseball. Torrance Baseball is ranked 5th in the Division IV coaches poll. Mr. Rafael Ramirez hurled 6 innings against South to lead them to the win. The Tartars would lose to the team that's ranked 1 spot above them in the Division IV poll, and that would be St. Paul. They gave the Tartars a 7-1 loss. South came back later in the week to beat Banning by 7 runs. Scott Yamamoto recorded his 3rd win of the season. And the Saxons needed these 2 wins over Lawndale just to get the morale back in the dugout. And pitcher George Helm is credited with the win, throwing 7 innings. He had 4 hits off of him and 8 strikeouts. The second game saw different Saxons scoring all of the runs. Go and take a look at Prep Softball. The Lady Saxons rocked this game over Lawndale with 16 runs. They continued to dominate against a Centennial team who really didn't stand much of a chance. And the Lady Tartars really gave it to the Lady Spartans, winning 9-1. Lauren DeCastro threw a 4-hitter, and Danielle DeCastro had a 3-run double. All in the family there, they're cousins, and they kept winning, putting El Segundo to bed with a shutout. South capped a big win over Lawndale, winning 11-0. And the Lady Warriors still have a shot at evening things out in the Bay League after losing 2 close ones to Redondo and Peninsula. Rebecca Lozano went 2 for 3 with the home run to lead the Lady Knights to a 9-5 win over Cantwell Sacred Heart. That's it from the Prep Diamond for you this week. There's still more to come in the show. After the break, we hit the track and we'll show you a swimmy Torrance Tartar that's already got a full ride to USC.